Hi everyone, I'm Christina and this is the Fictional Boyfriend Tag. So whoever created this tag, I will have their link at the bottom of the description so you can check out the main video and of the person who created this. First off, to mention why I'm doing this, because I love fictional boys, so this tag was like, thank you, I needed this in my life. Question number 1 is, who is the most romantic fictional boyfriend? So I kind of bounced back and forth on this one. I didn't really know what to pick, but I decided to go with my number 1 contemporary boyfriend because the majority are dystopian and paranormal, fantasy, all those genres, but never really contemporary because they all seem a lot, I don't know. I just tend not to like them as much as others. But I do think that Etienne St. Clair from Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins is probably my favorite contemporary fictional boy, and am putting him in the most romantic slot. I don't really want to say why. The end of Isla and Happily Ever After, which is the 3rd in that trilogy. Next up, dark and moody bad boy with the good side. So there tends to be a lot of those in YA. A good chunk. So, I decided to pick one, a newer one on my list, but, I had to put him somewhere. And it's Damon Black from the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. He's just so great. Like, it's hard to talk about why I love all these guys a lot because they're just all, it's hard to explain, they're just all so great. And, Damon is one of those guys that, people were like, oh, wait till you meet him when you read it. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then I read him. And I read about him, and I was like, oh, I understand. Next up is Paranormal Boyfriend. So I decided to put my top 2 of all time in this slot, because I was like, might as well put him there. So my second favorite fictional guy of all time, and he'll probably stay up there, is Noah Shaw from the Mara Dyer trilogy by Michelle Hodkin. I absolutely, utterly love Noah Shaw. He is funny. He likes to read. It's a problem sometimes. When I reread the book, it's like, I was smiling like a goofball the minute you pop in any scene. It's like, Christina, he's not real. He's not real. Why can't he be real? Next up is a boyfriend you'd want to tame. So, I was looking at this and I was like, well, by the end of it, no one's really I found this one harder to choose, so I picked someone that at the beginning would have need taming, and then by the end is fine, but has to get mentioned in here somehow because this is the guy on the list that I really changed my opinion of over the course of a series, and that's Aaron Warner, or better known as Warner from the Shatter Me trilogy. If anyone's read Shatter Me, you probably understand where I'm coming from with the I didn't like Warner, but now I'm in love with Warner mentality, because it makes sense if you read the thing. Next up is the boy you friend-zoned, and I friend-zoned a few fictional guys over time. Sometimes it starts off with me not being crazy about them, or they're on the opposite side of the love triangle that, they're not on my team. So this one, I've friend-zoned Simon Lewis probably from about City of Glass on. I love Simon, but I would never really see myself picking him out of all the Cassandra Clare guys. Next up is your soulmate. And this one, without a doubt, I can say, is Will Herondale. And if anyone has an issue with that, you shouldn't, because it's Will Herondale. There's enough people in this world that love Will Herondale that understand where I'm coming from. Will Herondale. His name is enough of a reason, because he loves to read. He is so, he comes off as such, originally, don't talk to me, I don't like you, but he has reasons, and they're good reasons, and he's so caring in that way. And he's Will, and I love Will. Next up is a boyfriend you'd elope with. So I was thinking about this quite a bit, and I was like, oh, it'd be fun for it to pick someone that, in their world maybe would want a very prominent wedding or something like that, because that'd be more fun. So I went with Maxon from the Collection trilogy, and I absolutely love Maxon. And I think that would be a really fun one to elope with, because he's like the prince and stuff, so people would expect some big, fashy wedding. But no, I'm going to not have a big, fashy wedding in this sense. Next up is a boyfriend you'd venture anywhere with. So this took me a while, because there was a lot of guys, I could have picked someone from a road trip book, because that would have made a lot of sense. But then I was like, I want to pick someone that I would truly go anywhere with. They could take me anywhere. I have fun with them everywhere. So I decided to pick Dorian from Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. He is like my newest addition in my top 10. I absolutely love Dorian right now, and I haven't finished Air of Fire, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to change my mind about him, because I absolutely love him, and I'd go anywhere with him. Next up is a boyfriend that you wouldn't mind being stranded on a desert island with. So I thought about this one, and I was like, I could have gone for a strong shadow hunter, or someone like that who could probably do something to get us off of it, or build stuff that would help us. And I decided to go for someone kind of in the middle, because I also want to have fun and have someone make me laugh and just everything. So I decided to go with Liam from the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexander Bracken. This is another one that kind of hit me like Dorian and Damon, where I didn't realize I would fall so in love so fast based off what people were saying, but I did, and I love Liam. And, he'd be pretty good on an island. Like, he's got his powers, so he knows how to do some stuff with that stuff, and he could probably build stuff and stuff. Next up is the most hardcore boyfriend, and I decided to go with kind of my original fictional boyfriend, back when I was sort of first getting into YA. So he was my first one I actually really got attached to, and it's Jace from The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I'll always love Jace. Like, he'll never probably be as high up as Will or Noah, but he is one of those guys I'm going to always, always have a place in my heart for, because he was like my first, and I still really love him, and he's pretty, he could do a lot of stuff, being a shadow hunter and all those things, so I feel like he fits this category well. This has been the Fictional Boyfriend Tag. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.